Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Breaking Tables. This is Brian, your host, and I am joined by a million motherfucking people. No, I'm joking. I got my boy Neil as always. Thanks for hopping on, Neil. Good to see you again, week in, week out. We also got what's up, buddy? We also got Sarah, who, you know, she ditched us last week. She was getting her hair nails done. She's like, okay, you got no time for that. Just because you're a kindergarten teacher, think you can, you know, take all the time in the world off from breaking tables. But welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. And guys, I had super special guests. Let me just introduce you. No introduction actually needed, but we got the man, the myth, the legend, 1986 and 1991 tight end Butch Rolle. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
What's up, guys? I'm sitting here. Like I said, I see the podcast. Well, it's awesome. I see C-Bomber.
So for the listeners, we're on StreamYard, so we can all see each other. You guys can just hear us. So, you know, Sabi Mama, a.k.a. Sarah, is sitting in her, like, she's ready to go to the bed in the 1960s.
I got my tie-dye on, my Carol Baskin headband.
There you go. See, she says she's Buffalo ready, man.
Normally I wear Bill stuff, but you guys don't, so I always feel like a weirdo.
Oh no, listen. Don't ever feel that way. You have to support the Bills, man. Bills Mafia for life. You never ever.
I do.
They got the best fans in the world, man.
And I taught, just so you know, I teach kindergarten, and I did teach my kindergartners the Bills shout song. So if I say hey, they say let's go Buffalo.
Listen, I love that. I love it. I'm down here in Florida, and I work with kids. I'm at a charter school every day and working with my kids, mentoring the high school kids, though.
That's awesome.
They're Dolphin fans down here. So I know, trust me. I try to teach them the Bills. Everything is Bills. I have my Bills shirt on sometimes. I say, listen, if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm going to make you run 10 miles. I mean, off until you puke. But
I'm out of breath just thinking about it.
Yeah, no kidding. I pull a lot of
Dolphin fans down here, which, but the thing is, I like, guys, when Buffalo comes to play Miami, we take over that whole stadium, and I love it every year.
It's that one calendar game that you have to circle, and obviously I can see out back looks sunny.
Look,
South Florida. Look at this. Look at this. This is Florida. Welcome. Sarah's crying because she's up in Glen Falls, buried in 10 feet of snow.
It was 28 degrees today, FYI. Thank you very
much.
You're
in New York or Buffalo, Sarah?
No,
I'm in New York. I'm 5 hours from Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're upstate New York, if you will. Yeah.
Oh, man. So that's cold. I know it's cold up there. I posted a picture the other day of some friends I was showing off. I was just got done working out, and I posted this picture, and one of my friends responded calling me a show off. I'm like, I'm not a show off if it is what it is, This is
it's nice out.
Yeah. So how long have you been? I know you grew up in like Hollandale. Yes. And then you went to college, Michigan. Then you joined the Bills. Then Cardinals.
Wait. Time out. Back up.
Okay.
Rewind.
You ever go to the Jamaican parties? They say rewind.
Right.
Hey, I didn't go to Michigan. Don't ever confuse that. I'm the green and white. I'm Michigan State.
So we have to emphasize that. I don't know. I don't watch.
That's like a death wish right there, though. We hate each other. I'm gonna be honest.
So you have to emphasize. You have to emphasize Michigan State.
Go green. See, that's my man there. Go green. Yeah, no.
Gotcha.
I'm not a Michigan guy. I'm not a Wolverine. I'm a Spartan, man. So I went to Michigan State from Florida. From the heat to the cold. Never been in snow before, but I got used to it real quick because I took this thin coat up there. I never forget. My roommate was from Ohio. And I took this really thin jacket up there. He looked at me, started laughing his ass off, saying, dude, what are you doing? You're going to freeze your ass off. I told him, I said, listen, this is all I have. This is what I have. But I learned quick. I had to go get a bigger and thicker jacket real fast.
Yeah, come hang out with me at the hockey rink. I got a big coat. I got the gloves. I got hand warmers. I got big bear paw boots on.
I figured it out fast, though. I said, once that first cold week set in, I went and got me the biggest jacket and sweatsuit, and from then on I was fine. So I got used to it.
Is that the first time you've heard of the word was the under oh my goodness, I'm having a huge brain fart right now. That undergarment stuff.
Oh,
Long Johns.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You don't have to worry
First
about
time
that.
you heard of Long Johns going up north?
Yes, I'm telling you, man. Everybody had these little mesh type of material. I guess that's what they remember back in the days. I'm like, God, what are these things? Look like pajamas, but yeah, they work.
See,
work.
I've been down to Florida for 11 years, so you cannot find that anywhere down here.
No,
so that's why I was just kind of like, oh, what is that thing called? I haven't seen it in so many years.
Trust me, dude. That's right. You're in Sunrise, right? Fort Lauderdale. Where are you?
Yeah, my wife and I live in Tamarack, South Coral Springs area.
You're not far from me.
I'm moving there next week.
Yeah.
I'm just coming out.
No, guys, it got cold the other night. We had to turn our AC off, and I think I put some socks on. So
it did.
Stop it.
It's a different cold, so unless you go closer to the beach, then you have that air coming off the beach.
It was like a 55-degree day, and people were walking around. There was like snowbanks everywhere, and they got the cargo shorts on. The
really?
Good gracious, 55.
When it's 60 degrees, it is like summer.
I know.
Cranking that heat up.
It's hilarious.
55, I'm cranking the heat. No way.
I got a little fire pit out back.
60 degrees.
Yeah.
We're like,
You pull out the electric blankets away.
everybody's laying out on in their bathing suits with like a mound of snow around them, but they don't care. 60 degrees,
I've been
man.
in Florida for 15 years now, so I'm nope.
Oh yeah,
nope.
So you become used to that. But yeah, Tampa's nice. I was up there for the Super Bowl week.
Were you, Butch? You should have came over, man. I had my boat there and everything.
Man, I came up that Saturday. We had an event because I have a foundation, and we had an event. I play music, so my boys, we had like a parking lot. We had this event at this church representing. They were honoring some Buffalo vets, like not Buffalo Bills, but they're called the Buffalo Soldiers. And they were vets, and we played there for about an hour or two over there near the stadium at this church, and it was outside, nice day. But I love Tampa, dude. Let me tell you, I've been there before, but just there during the weekend, just riding around. I stayed in the Reddington Beach area, and it was beautiful, man. I was like, wow, I don't know. I love that golf is such a different view. Even though we're over here by the Atlantic, I'm out east here, but the golf is beautiful, man. So yeah, you're in a nice area.
I think people are nicer too on the West Coast. They're a tad bit nice. Down here, it's like,
dude, I know. Trust me.
So much clashing personalities,
man.
No, we were there when we were there. Did you know that Andre Reed had a big party too that weekend?
Andre, I had a bingo event that Saturday morning. Yeah, Saturday morning. Andre had just had his event that Friday at the same place, the Bills Mafia in Tampa. So I was up there. I wasn't there. I drove up Saturday morning, straight from home to the whatever the place was, whatever that is, the Bills Backers Bar.
So braggy.
I went straight there, so I just missed Andre that night before, but yeah, he had a nice
the patio. I think it was called the patio or something.
The patio. Yeah. That's exactly what it was. The patio. Yeah, he was there Friday because the guy told me Andre's going to be out there. Really? Damn it! But I had already made arrangements to be there that Saturday, so I didn't make it. I didn't see him, but I knew he was there. And
the Denver game in Fort Myers, I got to meet you and your wife there. And I told your wife too. I told her, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna have a huge party if the Bills are in the Super Bowl. She texted me, and I told her, I'm like, we're gonna have a huge party up in Tampa. Yeah. I had my boat at the marina and everything right downtown.
I was geared up for that.
I know. I was so set up for it.
And I backed out last minute. I was so hurt when the Bills lost. I'm like, Neil, I'm going to Tampa, bro. I'm not doing it. He's like, oh, come on, man. We're supposed to do a live show from the boat. It's going to be epic.
I know. I think a lot of people kind of backed out, but they were so disappointed. But you know what, guys? Honestly, man, they did so much better than I thought they would do. I always said they would win the AFC East. I said that all year going into the season. Tom Brady was gone. Even though New England had dismantled their team, I said, Buffalo.
Hate that guy. Hate that guy. Neil and I were talking before we went live, and Neil was like, yeah, he posted his phone number. He's like, what would you say to him? And I would be like, you're ugly and I don't like you. Just hang up.
Tom Brady, you heard that? You're listening, Tom?
You hear me? You're ugly. Okay?
Sarah. I'm not going to tell you what school she kindergarten's at. She's a kindergarten teacher, but she hates your guts and also calls Patrick Mahomes trailer trash.
I did not. You did that. I did not.
It was it was recorded.
No, isn't that his wife? That's that. No.
Oh no! Come back, Sarah.
Listen,
we're joking. Come back.
They can come. They can try and come at me all they want. I'm ready for anybody to talk shit, so I can talk shit, man. But no, so I heard that his wife was a troublemaker for sure.
She's not very friendly on the Twitter.
Exactly. That's what I mean. And that's not good.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Twitter.
And I don't know what's going on with Sarah's. Sarah, you kind of cut out there. Don't cry. We're just joking around. We didn't mean it.
I know. Tell her she can come down to visit. She'll get some of this warm weather. She just have to come visit on spring break. They should have spring break coming up soon. I would imagine.
Yeah,
I'm doing spring break right now. My kids are on spring break.
They are.
Yep.
See, living down here in South Florida, people say, "Oh, how many times you go to the beach?" Man, I can't. I can tell you less than a handful in the past 3 years.
I feel you.
I go there for Christmas morning. Every year we go to Christmas morning. We pass out candy canes to people walking by, and we sing Christmas carols. And that's an opportunity to drink eggnog or leftover stuff from.
I know it's like I just happen to just luckily stumble that way once in a while, but it's so funny because they're living here. I grew up here. I was always at the beach because I was closer. It's such a deterring way I'm feeling like I don't want to go all the way out east. It's so easy not to do that, but it's and when you do get there, you realize, man, how much you miss that, and like, God, I should get here more. But it doesn't happen for some reason unless you just up and just start heading east and move that way, which that's what I want to do anyway in a couple of years. I want to get out of this west area.
Well, I know we were already talking about that. So a couple of things I want to introduce you to obviously the newer Mafia who may or may not have heard of you. I know myself and Neil, we obviously, grew up, watched you guys late 80s and early 90s. So it's, you're a familiar name. And then you have all these newer fans who just started becoming fans, I guess, if you will, now that we're good again.
Yeah, I know, right?
welcome back, you little waggoners.
We still had that strong fan base. These guys,
we still have.
They want to jump back on the band. Like, hey, you remember when Marv gave that interview about the Houston comeback? He said there was like how many people he met. There's like 900,000 people knew the city or at the game. Something he made a comment about everybody. And their mom all of a sudden was at the game when the Bills came back against Houston.
My aunt was at that game, and she was saying people were leaving, and she told me that like they were forcing themselves into the stadium, and they couldn't stop them all to get in. That's how crazy it was. It's like, hey, you cannot stop us all. And let me introduce you to our next guest. Her name is Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Welcome to the party, Sarah.
Way to come back, Sarah. We missed you.
Sorry.
Is it still snowing outside?
No, it's not snowing. So, I don't know what happened. So my husband's downstairs doing a podcast, and he, I think, blew a fuse. Or no, he's not doing a podcast. Sorry, he's doing a town meeting. I'm doing a podcast, and so I think, blew the fuse, so it went out for a second. So I had to plug in the computer and figure everything out.
Welcome back.
Because he's running the heater downstairs because we live in the Arctic.
we were just gonna Butch is he can riff it. If I could explain to Mafia listening just to know who Butch is, if you ever heard of the names
here I am. I can see him now.
All right. Hello. So we're just explaining to the newer Mafia that first off, you play for the Bills, even if it's for 1 year. You're a legend. I don't care. I don't care. If you are a Buffalo Bills member and you stuck around for the whole year, sorry, that Monte Davis guy, you're excluded because you're a turd. But if you stick around for the entire year, you are considered a legend. So Butch, thanks for being a legend. A and B. What I was trying to say is how you riff on that guitar. Picture Stevie Ray Vaughan, messes with maybe a little BB, but you can jam, bro. You can jam. And if next time we do a live show, my wife and I are going. We are going. Definitely. You just gotta let me know because.
Oh, I will. I sure will, man. It was fun. We, Brenda's one of the Bills backer, Brenda's Sports Bar in Pompano.
Yeah. So
we did a pregame there during the playoffs. We did.
That's where it was.
Yeah, it was.
Sean.
Hannerhan, yes.
Yeah.
That's my man. Yes, him and
Sean's a good kid. He's a good guy.
Good guy, man. Good guy. And we're at Packy's. I was trying to get over to Packy's, but the guy was very strange over there. He said they didn't have the room up at the stage and they didn't want to block the screens. So, and I told him, I said, it's just pregame. So once the game start, the instruments are broken down, but I guess he just didn't want to go through trouble. I don't know. So I figured, hey, I'll leave it alone. But over there at Brenda's, they had a nice stage and we were there just having fun for the game and played for about an hour and then, watched the game. And it's, that's how we do it. And that's what we're trying to do more of that next year.
Nice.
More locals. I didn't met a lot of Bills backers. I didn't know so many here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
a lot of New Yorkers that want to get out of the cold weather and live in Florida.
There you go.
Because I'm coming. I'm
that and they don't want to pay
tired of this.
State taxes.
6 of them. In my,
welcome to Florida, baby. Yeah. No state taxes. Come on.
Done. I'm over it. We've talked about it. Like we really were sitting down the other day going through stuff, and I'm like, we need to get a condo and we need to go. He's like, maybe.
Get on down here. Listen, I do real estate, so if you ever need a condo,
really? Seriously?
Yes, I've been doing
that
since 2005. I had a mortgage company for 12 years.
Thing is, though, I don't like snakes.
No,
I like alligators.
Listen,
don't buy
I
a
haven't
snake.
seen no alligators or snake, and I'm one.
Do you ever find snakes like in your house or anything?
I've never seen one.
If I saw a snake, I would legit fall on the floor and die.
In 28 years, I've never seen a snake in my house.
Really?
Would you really?
No.
How?
I would just die. I would one time there was one in our pool and he was in the skimmer and he was swirling around. And I was terrified.
Like anaconda, 13
I'm talking like a water moccasin. I don't know what that thing was. I thought it was going to kill me. I was scared. I was scared for my life.
This was in New York?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
You don't even want to know the things I found in my pool.
So luckily for you, Sarah, there are no snakes that I know of unless you go to the Everglades.
Yes.
Okay, good. Good to know.
I don't see any. I haven't seen those
snakes
or nothing. No.
Yeah, we have bears too.
Well, yeah, I can imagine. There's a lot of deers up there too.
Yeah.
We've got Florida. We have the Florida man. We have the Florida man. That's all I can say. We have the Florida man.
What's that?
What's the Florida man?
I don't know.
Sarah, I want you to Google your birthday.
Get on your phone right now and just Google Florida man.
I think I lost my phone under the bed when I was trying to plug the computer.
All right. So the next episode, we're going to talk about how Sarah Googled Florida man, and she's going to come up with 13 stories of
Is it perverted?
No, it's not perverted. It's all these crazy stuff that happens only in Florida, a.k.a. Florida man.
Okay. Good to know.
I'll
look it up.
Falls is borderline Florida man.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls? Really? Okay. I don't know what this means. You guys are messing with me.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Just
it means something
in
dirty.
Between the next question, just go and Google it really quick. You just put yourself on pause because this is hilarious.
She's thinking now, man.
Butch, so you're in an active band right now, or is this just part of your foundation where you guys get together and?
Yeah, it's part of the foundation. I call him a little quartet. It's actually my cousin's group. He plays all over in Europe. And he's been down here in Florida because of the pandemic. So he's been here, and we started back in, I think it was November. We did our first show because everybody was hungry. These guys haven't played in forever. And my girlfriend had an event at this art studio, and we played there. It was four of us. I'm sorry. So from then on, every time I had a chance to play, I've always set up, little events where we're playing, and I'm switching back and forth from the drum to the guitar. And that's what became our little quartet. I'm always trying to look for avenues and ways of promoting the foundation.
Awesome. What do you think is it the guitar or the drums? Your skills exceed. Which one is the better of the two?
The drums by far, because I started that year when I was a little kid, and that's when I started. But actually, I started the guitar as well, but I didn't stay with it. Got away from it. Got with the keyboards, then I came back to the guitar. So I just flop around, bro. It's all over, you know. But now I'm like in love with the guitar now.
Yeah,
I mastered the drums years ago, so I'm.
Now it's time you master the guitar, and you're sounding good. I heard that one riff. I didn't get a chance to listen to the entire thing. Sorry, and I will going forward. It sounds amazing.
Oh yeah, I listen to a lot of music, man. It's just because I don't read music. I just do it by ear. So if I hear it, I like it, I play it. That's how I see it. That's how I look at it, and it's just fun. It's better that way because it's not boring, and I'll stay interested more.
Yeah.
So,
it's like the movie. It's like the Disney movie Soul.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, that's your spark.
What's Soul?
That's the one with Jamie Foxx.
Have kids.
See that?
I don't have kids. I mean, I saw
you have
the
Disney Plus.
No, I canceled it after Mandalorian stopped.
What? You don't watch children's movies as an adult?
I watch Coco. I love Coco. You guys watch Coco? That was.
This is beyond.
I cried during Coco.
Oh, remember me at the end when his grandma, abuela. Mira. Anyway, so sorry, I'm gonna delete
all this shit.
Okay. So anyway, Soul is about it's about a man, and he like loves music, but like he falls through like a thing, like a manhole cover, and then he winds up like up in heaven, I think. I don't really know. So his soul is kind of lost. He's kind of just there, but he wants to get back to his body. But then there's another soul. It's just it's such a good movie about like living in the moment and just being present in the moment and really enjoying the world that we live in, because you only have one life. That's all you get.
Yeah.
Next podcast is Brian telling us about Soul. So
I watch Soul. Yes. Amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm
Then I watch Coco afterwards. I'm out of tears. Like so much tears. Here I got the bucket to prove it.
That and Toy Story 4 gets me every time. Toy Story at the end always gets me. 3 and 4. I bawl like a baby.
Not to change the subject, but change the subject.
Okay.
By the way, this episode is brought to you by Disney Plus.
Sorry, I teach children. I can't help it.
We're plugging Disney Plus. They need to give us free subscriptions.
Yeah, no kidding. Right. That's
brought
right.
To you by
at least let me watch The Mandalorian, because you get my game. You know that Mandalorian starts, and I coincidentally start my subscription just to end it when The Mandalorian ends.
It's not plugged in.
Make sure
it's not
Disney hear this podcast, Brian. So,
Butch, have you ever jumped through a table? That's what.
Never. You know what?
So I was thinking, you've witnessed Bills Mafia. They may have not have been dubbed the quote unquote Bills Mafia until a certain time period. But I think we were still crazy. We still drink. We still have our traditions. We are just
hot tubs in January.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That is Mafia.
Drinking rum chata over a fence from a strange man in the RV lot. That's what Bills Mafia is about.
Through a bowling ball. Through a bowling ball.
Yeah.
And now you see them upgrade. So like they're already here. They're already at that ceiling, and they blew the roof off and created a chapel on top of that, and they started breaking tables. When you saw that, what was the first thing going through your mind, Butch?
Did I like, hey, these are my Bills. They are some crazy sons of bitches, man. Because you're right. I've never seen that when we were playing. They were crazy. They were wild in the parking lot. They were just hell of a fans. But the table, that's like a whole nother level. And you know who did it? I seen Andre Reed.
Andre Reed did.
Yeah.
He looked like he was hurting. Imagine to be a fly in that wall next morning. Hey, Andre, how you feeling? He's like, I ain't getting out of bed. Not doing it.
Man, imagine if we could get him on here.
He hit it hard. I mean, God bless him.
Andre, where are you? You got to come on the show.
I know it, right? He has
you imagine?
Listen to this. He came out of a tree.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he jumped out of a tree. I've never done it.
The man literally jumped out of a tree. And I don't know, like it kind of looked like it wasn't planned, because he kind of slipped towards the end. If you guys watch that video, he kind of slipped, like he was having second thoughts. Like he tried grabbing it again. Then he's just like, you know what, fuck, I'm doing it. Sorry, gravity. Gravity won. I lost.
He said, "I'm in it. I'm on film now." So he had to go through with it. So
just keep plugging away. Keep plugging away.
Yeah, no. Listen, I love that though because that just goes to everybody shows across the world that these guys are nuts for their team, man, and they have fun. That's all. They just have they go into cities and take over the cities, take over parking lots like they did in that Houston game up in Houston. Like my nephew was there; he lives there. And he sent me a video. Dude, he sent me a video. I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah,
the whole parking lot the Bills took over the whole parking lot. So that's
awesome. They bought a parking lot in Houston. I was there for that game too.
Were you?
And, yeah, I bought a fryer in Houston and had it delivered to my hotel. So I was putting together a fryer the night before the game. I mean, when TSA saw my luggage, they were like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" Like, he has Jello shots, beer, chicken wings, and a couple pairs of clothes.
I'm on Bills Mafia. It's okay.
That's all you need is chicken wings and blue cheese, but it has to be Rudy's. The same. Right. Just throwing it out there.
Rudy's
blue cheese.
Rudy's blue cheese.
Have you never had Rudy's? We've discussed this previous. It's really good. It's like one of the best blue cheese, and it originates from Buffalo.
Really? See, I don't know. I just used to eat. That's all. I'm like, okay, they bring out a whole thing of wings for the guys. They just sit in the middle of the table and just eat. I don't even know which one, but back then I used to like Lenova's pizza wings. You remember Lenova's?
Oh yeah.
Lenova's pizza.
See, and then we now it's Duff's for me.
Yeah.
I do like that.
That's right. That's
Duff's is a bomb.
Yeah. They are. I was there this was a while back. I was up there for a Bills game, and I remember going by Duff's. I was shocked to see a Duff's, because they have so many wing places up there.
Mm-hmm. Duff's, Anchor Bar.
It's like that's like a toffee shop. Dude, they got a Tim Hortons on every corner.
Love Tim Hortons.
Yes, who does?
Timmy Ho.
Timmy
Ho.
Man. And
love
then you have
their
a Dunkin'
coffee.
Donut like somewhere.
I love Timmy Ho coffee.
How do they stay in business?
Yes.
I buy it and I use it all the time. That's all I use.
The Tim Hortons.
Mm-hmm.
I get Tim Hortons through Amazon.
I used to have it. I did. I used to have it shipped too.
Yeah,
we have it at our grocery store because we're in New York.
Yeah, being in South Florida, I've always wondered how come Timmy Hortons hasn't expanded to South Florida.
Listen,
then you try that Cuban coffee. It's like, oh, that's why.
Yeah, that stuff is like absolutely, man. It'll get you going. But listen, I said that same thing. But even with on the beach, how the Canadians come down because that's what it is.
Yeah.
You would think they would have a store or shop somewhere on the beach.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale, just to accommodate the Canadians because it originates from Canada. And you would think that. And I looked into it one time. I said, man, I'm thinking to get a Tim Hortons franchise, but they don't do that and they would not come to Florida.
They won't come to Florida. Yeah.
I tried.
I would love to do one here because we have the Blue Jays. We have the Blue Jays spring training right in my backyard.
Really?
So I'm like, that would be a prime place.
That'd be fun
right there.
I'm telling you, man. I looked into it, but they don't do that. They don't franchise. They won't come to Florida.
Now I want chicken wings.
I know. I'm kind of hungry too.
Like, oh, dang it.
Maybe we should turn this show into like I order like wings for the entire people that are on. Guys, we sit there and just eat wings.
You can order Duff's wings and have them shipped to you.
Yeah. Next best thing.
Yeah.
So Brian, let me ask you: have you found any place here in Florida that even come close to Buffalo?
Absolutely. There's a spot called Shenanigans East off of US 1. It's
I heard of Shenanigans.
Shenanigans East US 1 is the best wings in South Florida.
Really?
I love me some wings. I will put my name on the line. Shenanigans, if you're listening, you have the best wings, and I am now you now officially sponsor of Breaking Tables. So no, but you got to try those. They're amazing. They have all different kind of styles. It's indoor, outdoor seating. Their kitchen is bigger than the restaurant.
Really?
So Shenanigans East, not West. It's off of Sheridan, but Sheridan US 1 East. Okay.
Is Shenanigans like an actual branded place? Though I feel like we had one time.
They made a movie out of it called Waiting. I don't know if you saw that. No,
isn't there Shenanigans Flamingo and Pembroke Pines too? I think.
Not sure. I'm not sure.
I think it is.
All I know is the two that are in Hollywood. The one off of Sheridan is more of a bar. They play live music.
I know
food is not that good, but
seen it before.
Drinks are cold.
Yeah.
But the Shenanigans East has the bomb wings you need to try, my man.
So they're like buffalo.
Any kind of style you want, but there's you go to places, you get these little tiny, like they pick the bones from Tales from the Crypt kind of guy, it's like those are tiny ass wings.
Yeah.
And it's like, what am I gonna do with this?
Yeah. You gotta have a
these are
good
the jumbo, juicy. So
I don't like a jumbo wing. I like a medium sized wing, but they have to be crispy.
No, nothing's better than your wings, Neil. That's like
Neil. Are they crispy?
All right, so I gotta explain the story. It all started when I first met Neil. It was we went to the Bills 17-year drought ended, and we went to the Jacksonville game. And mind you, when you said that Bills Mafia travels, well, Bills Mafia owned Duval County, and I know the county because. As a Jacksonville fan, their only thing was Duval. That's all they would say to us. They wouldn't say they couldn't name the quarterback. They couldn't name the running back. They couldn't name anyone else except for Duval. So, anyways, Bills Mafia outdrank the entire town. They ran out of beer by 9:00. There was no more beer. Absolutely no more beer.
The city was dry.
Like the whole city was dry.
It was unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember
we drank the city out of beer.
So the next morning, he was talking about the wings that he was going to make, and he had all these wings that he infused. He stuck into a needle with the stuff, whatever Duff's.
That was a turkey.
Neil.
Well, yeah, he made these Duff's infused turkey and buffalo wings. And I was just like, Neil, we became best friends.
My mind, you infused a turkey with Duff's sauce?
Yes. Amazing. It's amazing.
I do it. That's what I do for Thanksgiving every year.
Thanksgiving will never be the same. Thanks to Neil. Yeah.
I am like, I'm moving. I want to be your neighbor.
The next,
Mr. Rogers.
The next Bills Dolphins game. Okay. Next year, this coming up season. Neil's coming down and we'll make sure that he gets on there and hooks us up. And I'm like, Butch, here's a little care package for you, my man. Maybe you can play guitar for us and just jam out.
We were just talking about who's going to get what games and like what we were thinking. And I said, well, I'm flying to Florida because I have to see my friends.
Yeah, you got to come.
And I said, and I want to go to Tennessee. Bad.
And you're the one who was telling me the schedule, right, Brian? We were talking about how they're going to play the South, and so they should be down here 3 times this year. Was that you?
No, it wasn't
Miami and Jacksonville.
Was it you? No. Somebody I was just talking to about the Oh no, it was another Bills backer president out of Orlando, the big place over there.
Okay,
they were going to have the big one out of Orlando. He was telling me how he even though the schedule's not out, but the way the schedule ended, they're going to be down in Florida 3 times this year. They play Jacksonville,
Tampa, Jacksonville, and Miami.
So
here's a question for Bills Mafia: how do you become a Bills backer? Because we don't have anything like that around here, and I'm just going to like make it up.
You have to. You just have to rate it. It's easy to do.
Is it?
A friend of mine has a place down in Bradenton, and Davey came in. It was super easy to do.
You can just go to any place.
Wings on this side of the state of Florida, hit up Bradenton, Florida, Casa de Pizza.
Well, see, that's the thing. I want to start coming to one of these events. Neil, you're going to be my man up in Tampa because I already talked to the guy at the place. What you call it? The
patio.
The patio, about doing an event. Because what I do with the foundation, we go and we do events during a game. Watch the game with the fans. We do jersey raffles, and in Virginia we did a bingo game before the game started. We started early, did a bingo game. By the time the game's ready, everybody was hyped up and ready to go. But that's what I do with the foundation last year, was doing a few of those. So I didn't gain all this contact with the other Bills Mafias and Bills backers. So I'm trying to set up something for at least 8 or 9 games out of the season where I can go and do these events at the Backers Club and enjoy the game. It's going to be mobbed out next year, man. It's going to be crazy. So that's what I'm doing.
I'm talking to a guy that owns a lot just next to the stadium in Tampa because I want to do the exact same thing they did in Houston. I want to have our own lot. Like this is the Bills lot.
There you go.
There's gonna be no Bucs fans.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it right there.
Yes, exactly.
That's what our plan is to do for that game.
Me and a buddy of mine. Live music too, man. You gotta have some live music.
Oh, we'll get some music.
So, Butch, what is your foundation about? Like, what is what's? Because I read a little bit about it, and I'm just intrigued. I'm intrigued. Yes.
Did you see the website? Yeah, that's, we just revamped that website.
I like it.
What it is, it's been in progress for 8 years. I help a lot of kids who are less fortunate get into college because, they apply for scholarships, but they still come up short because they're not as fortunate to, for their parents to help them or to push them the rest of the way. So what I do, we raise our funds during the year, and we pick, depending on how much money we raise, we pick 3 to 4 students, and they have to write an essay. They have to have their college entry information. Everything has to be on point. And
it's awesome.
Apply for it through the application. They apply for the scholarship, and read them, make sure they're all grammatically right and they're ready because they're going to college. You can't have missing words and unspelled words.
Yeah,
there's a couple kids had that, and I just kind of pushed that right to the side. Like, dude, you're not reading ready for college. You didn't read over this and you didn't really pay attention. So we pick from the application and we present them with a scholarship during graduations. And right now, I'm implementing more programs, opening up some more like for summer school and, STEM programs, and more kids could be involved because a lot of kids are kind of delayed after this year. A lot of kids who had some setbacks in their learning ability was kind of hampered. So we're going to go and start doing some summer programs where they can get into the Khan Academy, these programs that help them build their skills. So I'm going to start offering scholarships for that as well during the summertime. So that's what it pretty much
that touches my whole heart. Do you know that? Like, I am a teacher, and I work in a district that is lower income families. A lot of them are lower income, and a lot of my student teaching experience was from, I did the inner cities. I grew up near Albany, so I did a lot in Troy, and that touches my heart because like that's where my passion is kids like that don't have that head start, that don't have that extra head up, because I was that, I was that kid. Yeah. So I love that.
That's what,
I think that's great.
Yeah, my passion is there because I know, when I went to college, you're trying to think about what do you want to study? Because, it's not just playing football. It's Division I, Michigan State's a good school. It's
underwater basket weaving.
I know it, right? Academic wise, they're good. And I'm like, I come from a big family. So I said, you know what? I want to always be around kids and work with kids because
that's awesome.
Growing up in Hallandale, that's like I said, it wasn't suburban. It was, my dad was a hardworking guy. He was a preacher. And he, that's what I seen. I had a big family. So I said, I want to do something to work with kids. So my degree is in elementary education. That's my
That's awesome.
Yes. And then I have
cool.
After I was done with football, I went back and got my master's. And now I'm working on my doctorate.
Good for you. That's amazing.
Nice. Dude, I am like towards the end. I'm working on the proposal stage now, getting that approved so I can move to that last phase. And that's what it is. It's a lot of work. It's been 3 years. I started in 2018.
But it's so rewarding though, right?
Yes.
And it like fills your whole heart when you make a difference in those kids. Absolutely. And that, today I had a Google Meet with a kid and I was out. So I was only my one that's home. And, she's going through something. She's, got some health issues going on. And Mom and I just talked. Like I didn't even teach anything.
See, that's what they need.
It's the relationships and
they
building
want to see that somebody care. And that's the thing. I want them to see that, listen, you got people to care. You don't have to be stuck here. Because like I said, where I work with the kids, I grew up maybe 10 minutes away, if that, maybe 5 or 10 minutes away. And I always tell them the story. Listen, I grew up down there and I come from the same odds. And I just had my focus, and I told them, this is what I want to do. I was big as hell in high school, so that gave me an advantage of being able to go that next level and play Division I football. And from there, the rest is history. I just worked hard in college. I had to learn how to study at that level because, in high school at Hallandale, it was easy, but I didn't have those study skills. And when you get in a college level, it's totally different.
Nice.
Especially with sports. You have to be a student athlete. That's tough, man.
Yep.
Some guys can't cut that. And I had to adjust on that and learn and get with other students other than athletes, because athletes can be a bad influence. Too many athletes. I can say that because I've been around. So I had to incorporate other students who was there that was being their scholarship, not scholarship, but their tuition was paid by their parents. And, they had to get their grades, because they're not going to mess up daddy's money. So I made sure I became friends with a lot of those students so I could learn how to study and have that same.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
It was important, man.
You're resilient. And I think that's amazing. Yeah, resilience.
Right, I know, because I said, I'm not leaving the school. I'm not coming back to Hallandale. There's nothing to Hallandale.
Yeah.
For me. So
I was the first one in my family to go to college, you know, and I'm still paying for it now.
Hey, that's okay.
See, that kind of echoes something that my old man taught me is you surround yourself with the people that you want to be with going forward. You know,
that's so true.
Surround yourself around toxic people. Guess what? You're going to be toxic culture.
Yeah, so, no, totally.
You create your own culture, and that's what a lot of people need to hear, Butch. So thank you for doing that. I think it's badass.
I love it. From a teacher perspective, it's I love it. I love it.
That's a good thing. Man.
Yeah.
I see, because our school, I'm with the kids over there, it's from pre-K to high school. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'm into the high school kids. I want the ones that are getting ready to go out to the real world.
And they're the most impressionable too.
Yeah, so I can talk to them like adults. I say, listen, you're an adult. I'm not going to teach you like a big boy, a big girl. You're not going to be babied. I'm going to tell you exactly how it's supposed to be, because when you get out there in the real world, trust me, they're not going to sugarcoat it. They're going to kick your teeth in if you let them.
I tell my kindergartners all the time. Your teeth in is sugarcoating it.
Yeah.
I always tell them, I said, you need to do this on your own, because I'm going to watch you. I said, I'm going to watch you when you're down at the high school, and I'm going to come and see you graduate. So you better get it together.
They
need that.
They love to see people that care, man.
And sometimes you're the only positive thing that they have, and the only positive words that they hear in your classroom those 6 hours out of the day.
Who are you telling?
I know, right?
All day long, I see some of those kids, man. They just, some of them, like I said, with the way things are, I only have like a couple of kids that come, but most of them are online, so I still get to talk to them online until everything gets back. You know, high school kids can be a little lazy. They don't want to get out of their beds. You know, so
they do this. They put their hoods up. They lay down. I have one. He's 11, and I'm like, today he was home. I'm like, sit up. You don't lay down.
Oh, that camera's off. They're like, yo, turn your camera off. I'm gonna kick you out of the class. And
that drives me nuts.
Yeah,
they learn that even in kindergarten. Turn their camera off.
Yeah. They do.
Kids,
they will test you at whatever level they will go to test you.
Sorry, Brian, I hijacked it.
No, I think this is not hijacking. This is what we do. This is breaking tables. We are having a round table, pass the beer, pass your favorite alcoholic beverage, and let's talk about life. Let's talk about things that are important in this world, and that is, keep on keeping on, man. I don't know what else I can say besides that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
No, Sarah, you're good, man. Right?
When's your next big event? Because this is awesome. And you texted me earlier about a jersey.
Yes, guys.
What do I have to do to be part of this?
I have a whole batch just came in of BRAWL 1987 throwback jerseys, man. It's I have these fundraisers. I do it for the foundation. And I inscript it, whatever you want, sign it, send it out to you. It's $200, but like I said, the proceeds goes to the scholarship.
That's awesome.
And I have I've been doing that for the past year, since pandemic. I had access to these jerseys, and I get it out. People come, I want everybody in a BRAWL jersey. See me one day. You can, even though they have their jerseys.
Let's meet up tomorrow night, bud. You bring me a jersey. I'll bring the cash, my brother.
Absolutely,
that's awesome.
I'm so in.
That would be a good addition to my new woman cave, because we just talked about buying a house.
Are you starting a woman cave?
And so my husband goes, "What are the things that you want? And if we're gonna move, like, what are you gonna do?" And I was like, he's like, "You want a big kitchen, right?" And I was like, "No. I want to finish. I want to finish basement so I can have my woman cave. That's what I want.
I like that.
That's it. That's it. That jersey would look good as there. I have blue ones. And
I have a signed Josh Allen too. So nice. Yep. Hey, Braden, my son got that when he was at training camp.
One bill to another, man. That's how it is. And I always we have events like last year. It was so everything happened last year where I had to get creative and try and figure out, how can we do something just to generate a few bucks so I can still give a scholarship? So I came up with an idea of virtual bingo. It's fun to do, all Bills Mafia.
That's awesome.
On Zoom. We're having one Saturday. So if you want to come, Sarah, you can sign up.
That's cool.
It's Saturday at 2 o'clock. Cool. You go on the website, you'll see the link. It's only $25 for 2 cards. If you want more cards, of course, you can pay for them, and that's what it is. But all proceeds still go, and we have fun. All the deals.
Awesome.
Can you post that? Can you post that on the Bills Mafia Florida? I'll go ahead and I'll make that. I'll mark that as an announcement.
Yeah.
I don't have the I don't think I can do that. But if I give you the information,
It says Butch's Bingo.
Yeah,
Yes.
send me. Listen, if you can't do it, then send it to me. Then I'll go ahead and post it on your behalf, and I'll make sure that everybody sees the link and they can sign up. They can do that.
Okay.
So Mafia, if you're listening, I'm gonna go ahead and post this stuff. You better
Definitely.
be on board.
Get
I'll
on.
definitely do that, Brian.
And
They
you know,
They
the Bills
have
Mafia
until-
loves supporting a good cause too.
Oh,
Yes,
I know.
absolutely.
we do.
Let me tell you, man, Bills Mafia has been awesome all
it's
last
just right
year
here.
with the pandemic, because we've done this like every 2 months. I have a bingo game, and also like I say, I became connected with a lot of local new Bill backers, and like I said, I didn't know there were many damn backers here. I'm like, God damn! I knew they would take over.
Yeah.
I thought most of these people would come down from different places, but I found out a lot of them live not far away,
Across the street,
Yeah.
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 2 miles
Yeah.
down the road. Like I have to pick like between Packy's, Brennan's, and the
Yes.
Bills backers, Miami
Yeah, the one in
with
Wynwood
John
and
Holler.
Yeah, with John Holler.
Yeah.
They have Jonathan, and he has the one in Wynwood and Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
I was at the one.
and Alex Pasecos owns both of them. He's also a Bills fan.
To listen,
He's from Rochester.
I was
We
at
had
that
told-
one in
Sorry, go ahead.
Fort Lauderdale. We went with Jonathan. Dude, that place. You talking about COVID? I'm like, there's no COVID going around.
No,
here.
none,
Dude,
none,
That shit was
none.
wall to wall people.
Spring
It was
break?
crazy in there.
No, it was a Bills game.
No.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, God.
Did you
Well,
tell
that's what it
Butch
was.
about my picture? Like my
Oh,
crazy
so-
picture?
The who Sarah is, she's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's
She's kind of a
fine.
big deal. Her father-in-law actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, listen, totally not weird. I've got a daughter-in-law that likes your show, and I think she'd be great to be part of your show." So I was like, "All right, you fucking sick fuck. Let me reach out to her." I'm joking, Fred. If you're listening, bro, I'm just
We love you,
so not
Fred.
happen. So never happened.
He
I was
loves
just like,
me.
yeah, all right. So I reached out, and she's cool. So she kind of joined the team.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can. Let me. Go
I know
ahead
I'm
and do
looking for
this.
the picture. I don't. You're
Just
probably
be-
better finding
Just
it
because.
than I am.
Here, I'll do this. There we go.
You got it. In the yeah, there it is. See me top left.
Here. So we've got her. She's
Not the
screaming.
hat.
Is
I
that
thought
her
it
up
was,
here?
for a minute I thought it was an
Up top?
elf. I'm like, oh, your daughter-in-law is an
That you
elf.
by- Are you by
No.
the? Is that you by
That
the?
one
I was
here.
by the. Yeah, it was
Okay.
me. So I was originally by the other two guys that are over here, and they cut our picture, and they cut my
Uh-huh.
son out completely. He was pissed. He was like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "Sorry, man. Mama's famous." Yeah, it was on the billboard.
Wow, look at
Yeah.
that. Hey, that's cool. That's
I
cool.
know. I was pretty proud. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think that was the only reason why I was like, all right, you're cool. Let's
All right.
keep you on. If it wasn't for that, I'd be like,
She made the cool list because of the picture.
I'm joking, Sarah.
Yeah.
No, we listen. She ditched out last week to get her nails done.
I
and
did
she
not.
She left us high and dry, and so
I was having
we're making it
mental-
up.
You
breakdown
can't have messy
about
nails
work.
for the kids, right, Sarah? Tell her.
What?
You can't
I got
have
nails.
messy nails for the kids. They
No,
have to
you
be on
gotta have
point.
nice nails. And then when it's summer and your sandal season, you gotta have
That's
nice
it.
toes.
No, exactly.
Toes.
That's
I
when
just
the
went
pedicure
spring.
kicks in,
I
man.
just went spring shopping. I got some new outfits because I mean they really they expect you to be like fancy, and they'll
Yeah.
tell. I have a little
Guys,
boy.
Mafia, follow Sarah for more nail tips.
He tells me every day. He says, "Oh," he goes, "Somebody looks beautiful today." He tells
that
me
what-
that every single day. This little boy has said this since he
Oh,
started in
that's
September,
funny.
and I go,
He's going places. That kid's
Yeah,
going
he's-
places.
"He
He's going
is."
to be a lady charmer. Huh?
He's come a long way. I'm proud of that kid.
No comment. I can't. Just in
cute.
case the parents listen to this episode.
No.
But
So,
when's
got
the next event? Because I want to get.
I want to get in
gonna-
on it.
I'm gonna promote your
Me
event.
too.
The next
The next
episode.
event
Let's
is
do this.
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
That's Saturday. That's the bingo game at 2:00. And like I said, you go on the site and sign up, and everybody has to be signed up by Wednesday evening, because what
Okay.
happens, there's
Write a note.
virtual bingo cards that you receive. So you receive those on Fridays along with the Zoom link, and make sure, because we have to have that list where we know everybody's with their email, and they email all their information. And then they start coming on the site as far as the Zoom list. We're starting at 2:00 this week, but they start coming on like 1:30. So we're just there hanging out while everybody signs on. When everybody signs on, then we start talking a little bit. Then go over the rules, then we start the bingo game. I call the game from here, but it's awesome, dude, because you have your card right there in front of you, and I'm calling it from the computer, and your card comes up. You know, you're putting down bingo. Once you yell bingo, and I have another guy, Brian. His name is Brian too. Brian. He's my right hand guy. He's in Virginia. Okay. So he's
a better Brian. No,
oh,
man.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Glad you guys are friends, man. So he's my right hand, and he keeps track of everybody.
Don't mute me.
Oh, she's gonna mute you. Yeah,
that's a teacher trick. Mute your mic.
I know, right? So yeah, he does that.
Totally removed her from the stream. Butch, I'm sorry. She keeps interrupting this conversation that we're having, which is epic.
He muted it. But no, listen, it's fun, man, because dude, it's all Bills fan, all Mafias, and I may have a couple of locals, and you know, we just have they're good people, but most of them is Bills fans, and we have some cool little prizes we give out. Whoever wins, they have the list of the name. Brian gets the list, and we just mail out the prizes to them. Like I said, go ahead. The bingo. So we join up. We log in at 2:00. What happens if you can't meet that 2:00 deadline, but you already set up, you already reserved a couple spots, and how much per number, I guess, per spot on the bingo? How does that work? Okay, there's $25 the entry. You get 2 virtual cards with $25. Okay. Now, if you want more, of course, as you pay more, every $25 you get 2 cards. So 4 cards is $50, and so on and so on. And if you can't make that spot, it's lost because the game starts, and you know it don't start over. It's just one game, and so you have to be there at 2:00. Yes, you have to be there at 2:00. You got to call if you win. You got to say bingo. Well, if you're playing, some people play on their phones. You know, I see them traveling. Like my niece, she's in Georgia. She was on her phone because as long as you have the virtual cards pulled up and you can just tap it and it shows the X, and somebody calls bingo, all they do is give me their card number because each card has a number, and I just check the card and I can see exactly who won. So it's not like they're just making it up. So it has to match the numbers that were called, and it's fun. Like I said, you know, we have fun. And it's for the cause. And now I have another, not event, but I have another, I think I might have mentioned to you, Brian, a raffle. It's called the 87 Experience. Sarah, you probably saw that on the site too. Mm-hmm. Now that's a good one. That's a raffle you have to enter. I think I started that about a week and a half. And it's only 125 entries. Now it's $87 because, you know, that's the golden number.
There's 87. A cruise?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So listen. $87 you pay to enter. You have 2 prizes. You can win a cruise, 4-day cruise from Port of Miami. For 1 or for 2? For 2.
For 1. I'm going to go by myself.
You're going to go by yourself?
I'm going to bring my dog.
You better not let your husband hear that, man.
No, he'll go with me. I would do
earmuffs, Mr. Sable. Earmuffs.
No, we need a vacation, just the 2 of us.
So yeah, there's a cruise for 2 from Port of Miami to the Bahamas on the MSC cruise line.
Wow.
And they have a private island which they dock to it one day, and then it's a beautiful site. Everything's lovely. Now the second prize you can win, because there's 2 winners. It's going to be 2 winners. The second prize will be my guest in the Bills Legends Luxury Suite at one of the games next year.
That's what I want to go for. Forget the cruise.
Forget the cruise.
I want that.
Listen, I was laughing because I say, man, let me tell you, I know every Buffalo fan who enters that would want that one. Got the guys. So there's guys, we have guys come up for the game. They call them the Legend Suites, and you go there, bro. It's 4 hours in the suite with food and drinks all day long, and you get to watch the game from inside, and it's just nice. It's a good time.
I don't know if I can do that. I can't get on the Jumbotron if I'm inside.
I know it. No, you can't. You won't get it. That's the only thing.
So the Legend Suite, I gotta ask, the Legend Suite, do legends such as yourself
the rock
just
pile.
happen to make their, hey, I'm in here too. Oh, let's all drink some alcohol.
There's other players in there that any players that want to go to the game that day, it depends. It might be the Legends game, but it all depends. There's players from
Bills versus Dolphins in Buffalo.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, Jim Kelly, we're doing Jello shots, brother.
I know, right?
I would die.
But I don't know. Jim has his own suite, so I think
I'm sure.
He has his own suite. But the guys who are then
I touched him one time.
Really?
Yeah, he walked by, gave me a high five.
That sounds creepy.
There you go.
Yeah, give him a high
and that's
five.
what
He's
started the
normal
hashtag
guy.
Me Too movement.
No, but that experience is awesome, dude, because I'm sure every Bills fan up there or local or whatever they want to be, they will love to do that. And that's the second prize. So like I said, it's $87 to enter, and those are like valued at high value price for $87. So any lucky winner who wins either one of those will be, be lucky, and it'll be a good experience. So
It's
you're
awesome.
talking about a 4-day cruise and a game in the suite where you can drink liquor and eat all day. And watch the Bills
Guys,
play.
honestly, I'm looking past that. I'm looking to help support the cause and change a life. If I happen to get a reward from that, hey,
Absolutely.
awesome. I would celebrate either way.
Yeah, right.
And it's so funny.
At the end of the day, I'd be more than happy to know that I helped by changing somebody's life.
Yeah. My husband and I were just talking about like a cause or something that we wanted to get behind.
Well,
like,
here you go. You have
as
the
a
Butch Rolle
family.
Foundation, yes.
Yeah.
And you're right up my alley because it's supporting the kids, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about.
And I have a Head Start. Like I started out in Head Start. So I work with even lower than what I'm at now. So that was like my jam for a long time. And then I went back to school, got my degree, and wound up where I am now.
Great.
And I love it.
No, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Listen, they need that.
They do.
That's awesome. So listen, guys who's listening, and you guys are on here now, that's the cause, and that's what we do. And I've been building every year. It's just something I wanted to get into a while ago, but I didn't start it to when it needed to be started because I have kids too, and they were growing. They were in Buffalo.
It's hard.
Yeah, they're in Buffalo. They live in Buffalo. So I used to travel from Florida to Buffalo for 18 years until they were old. Yes, back and forth.
Wow.
Flying in, hotel. So it was fine. Listen, I didn't mind doing that because it's for them. And once they became of age, when I told them, I said, listen, guys, when you graduate, you're coming to Florida or something if you want to get to, because I'm only going to be up here for events. That's it. I'm not going to be coming every other week. You guys are older now. You can fly to Florida. And, the wintertime come, I'm sure you will want to get out of here anyway. So
it's
awesome.
That's
what it's been. And I said, I didn't have time to really establish that then. So once I was done and I knew I was going to be home and not just stationary for a while and not really traveling, I said, now it's time to make my mark here in my hometown.
It's awesome.
So I can be productive. Really cool. See my shirt here? This is my slogan I come up with. I don't know if you can see it, but so I
came back to give back.
Awesome.
I use that all the time because that's how I feel. Because when I, being from here, man, it's important, and it makes me feel like, hey, I'm doing my part. I'm not just here coming back and living the beautiful weather and not doing anything. So I'm here making a difference, and that's what's important.
Yep.
That's amazing, bro. That's amazing.
Yes.
So we all appreciate, people like you that does something, not just because you have to, it's just not even because you want to, because you need to. People need to have that, that extra push in life. And, you've got people like you that's doing that. So that's every year we're building. Every year I'm trying to get better, find donors, and more people come aboard who believe in our mission and our vision, so they can come be part of this and help us continue to grow. And that's so the website to follow you is Butch Rolle Foundation.
Yeah, www. I'm saying like
I already shared it on my Facebook.
Rewind. Rewind. I did do rewind.
I know it, right?
It's
okay. Go ahead.
The ButchRolleFoundation.org.
Yes, www.thebutchrollfoundation.org, and that's like I said, we just revamped that website. It's beautiful. My girl did it. She's awesome. She's beautiful.
Yeah, the website is really good.
Not here.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's talented. So you guys, you want a website? She is the person to go to that too. But
yeah, it looks
she
good.
redid it because the other one was okay. I'm not going to down it, but it was okay, just okay. It was just it got the it got the word out. But this one is more detailed. It gives a lot more of our programs that we're implementing and that we're going to be doing, and it's there so you can see what's going on, and she keeps it up to date and makes sure everything is
nice
properly. Yeah,
nice. Well, she's a godsend because
she is a great person.
And you got to send me that information.
So I want to probably Linda. I wish she can come downstairs. Wait, because Neil, you were in Tampa. Not Tampa. You were in Fort Myers, right? When we did Fort Myers back.
Yeah, you guys
I was in Fort Myers whenever I met
so
you guys.
Met her.
Yeah,
you met. Yeah. She was there. So she's upstairs. So if she comes down before we're done, I'll have to throw on camera. She's She tries to put like she's shy all the time. I gotta push her in front of the mic sometimes.
Yeah.
She was talking to everybody in Fort Myers. What do you mean she's shy?
Yeah, no, she does. She does. When she's in that atmosphere, she does. It's just that for some reason she just never want to get on the mic. I always try to make her get on. I tease her about trying to make her sing all the time. Then she's like runs away.
Aww.
But once you get her on, she'll never leave.
I know.
It's like me.
It's like Sarah. We finally got her on. Now we can never get her on.
Yeah, I never shut
up. Joking.
No, I know.
Once you score that touchdown, dude, it's like 90,000 people screaming, dude. It's bananas.
Speaking of touchdowns, from anybody, for the record, how many receptions in a row? You were a nasty blocker. You want to know how to block somebody to be a tight end? You watch Butch Rolle's films. Number two, nobody ever expected. They're not going to Butch. How many consecutive receptions? Go ahead. Tell me that.
Thurman's always, and funny in the huddle, right? Or in the sidelines when we have a play. Thurman's like, listen, I want to run the Butch's side. And every time he's like, fucking, I don't want to go to the other side. I want to run whatever side. Whatever side Butch on, I want to run to that side. Because he knows.
That's awesome.
Dude,
badass.
I try to be a beast out there because I just want to. Let me tell you what really got me going. I got to talk this shit now.
Everybody slow down, buckle up, pull over if you got to.
Let me tell you what really got me going when they used to Miami or whatever team we played when they had a first rounder. That was their first round pick, and there was a defensive end or linebacker. Dude, those are the guys I wanted so bad because I just wanted to I just wanted to just pick them up and just drive their asses in the dirt so deep. Mm-hmm. And on film day, when we watch film on Mondays, our running back coaches, our offensive line coaches to watch that and just laugh because the first thing it's like, look at that first round. That's their first round pick right there. He just dish right in his ass and just.
Who's your biggest one? Who's your biggest one?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Back then, I can remember. You remember Miami, because you guys know Miami had this first round of Rick Kumaro. Remember Rick Kumaro? He was a defensive end. It was Kumaro and was somebody else.
High 20s or something.
Yeah. He was him and another guy. His Boza. Remember Boza? Miami had it, where his sons are playing now. His son's a beast. The dad was a bust. I don't care. I'll say it like that.
Oh,
dude, he was. I can say what I want to say. Listen,
no, he didn't.
I'm just being honest. That guy, he was a bust. He was a first round bust. Miami had him and Rick Kumaro. Those guys were so soft. They were like wet noodles, dude. And back
in the day, though, you guys were so.
This is so juicy. I'm selling this at TMZ. Let's keep going.
Right? Keep going with it. You guys, back in the day, though, you guys are so much bigger.
Oh my god, dude!
Than today.
Well, you had Howard the House Ballard next to him, so you guys just sandwiched some people.
You guys were built
small.
Different.
He feel small, and I was a big tight end. I thought I was a big tight end until I got next to Howard. I'm like, holy shit, dude! I stand in the huddle. I'm looking at him like this and doing the game. I'm like, dude, you're a big fuck.
Dude, back in the day, you guys were so much bigger. You're built like a house. It's crazy.
Listen, man, we had a
nowadays they're tiny.
I know it. They are.
Look at Patrick Mahomes.
They're more aerodynamic right now, dude.
Look at Patty.
All right. So Thomas Smith, former Bills, also was on. He kind of gave us a fun little story. And mind you, he's a good golfer. Too bad your wrist hurt. I would love to have a game with all of us. But
you gotta play with the mirror.
He told us his story, and when I get former Bills on, I want to hear your most memorable story, whether it be, I don't want to hear you guys were high-fiving in the locker room. Great, I want the juicy TMZ shit. Let's hear it. I want to hear a crazy story.
I can talk shit now because it's years later. What the hell?
Yeah. You guys and I'll bleep out names if I have to. Just bleep that out. I got you, fam.
It's fine. I don't even remember. I was probably
keep
5.
It political, man. I'll keep it political. I won't go too detailed, but I'll make it. I know a story. I got one particular story I can talk about.
Buckle up,
funny.
Mafia.
But before I want to answer your question about the touchdown catches.
Yes. We coming off topic.
I know because Thurman. Like I said, Thurman always funny in the huddle. He always said, "I want to run the other side," but that was cool because I saw him at one of the Bills event a couple of years ago. We were talking about that, but no, it's 14 consecutive catches.
That is 14 consecutive catches. Also having to be a touchdown.
Yeah,
just saying. Drop the mic. Retire.
Hey,
is that a stat that should be in Canton?
They all came from Jim. No, you know what? No, one of them came from Frank Reich. I remember in the Miami game when Jim was hurt. I did catch one. So, but majority of them, they all came from Jim. And now the story now, God damn, it's funny. Let me tell you, the funniest story in the locker room.
That's why I do this stuff,
Keller,
folks.
the other tight end, remember Keith McKellar?
Oh, yeah.
And Bruce Smith. Dude, I don't know what happened, but it's something. They had some issues outside of the locker room. Like I said, I wasn't there, and I just know it carried over into that following day in the locker room. Dude, they brawled. They were fighting. I'm like, then Marv, I had to be the referee because, you know, I'm the biggest, I'm the strongest.
Hold on, let's
wait, what?
Let's rewind this for a minute. All right, so we've got we've got, and in this corner, go ahead. Who do we have?
Bruce Smith and Keith McKellar.
Keith McKellar
Fighting.
So,
Dude,
and in this corner,
like
Keith McKellar, they had a beef going on, and they just happened to walk in the same locker room because they're teammates at the same time, and they said, "Gloves off. We are brawling. Nobody's stopping us."
Something was said. I don't know. Like I said, something happened. Like I said, I wasn't there, but something happened that stirred it up and created that situation. Dude, they started going at it, and I'm like, "Then Marv, everybody's trying to break my Bruce. You know how strong Bruce was." And,
yeah.
I swear to God, Marv came to me like jumping on me. Butch, can you help us here? I'm like, me?
I'm not getting involved with that shit. Don't make me.
Referee. What the hell you want me? But I had, Marv asked.
You're a legend, Marv. I'll do whatever you want.
I know it, right? So
I don't want to do that.
You're pulling one off. You're trying to pull Bruce, and Bruce took this wild swing, dude. But hey, he was trying to go at Keith, and he missed it. He didn't hit me, but he came close. I stopped. I'm like, motherfucker. So I'm like, I told Marv, I said, listen, Marv, if you don't want a three-way brawl here, don't ask me to do that. if anyone is going to hit me, then that's going to be a three-man.
I am not being collateral damage. I won't do it. You cannot make me. I don't get paid enough of this shit.
I knew I was strong, and I knew I'm a crazy son bitch too. So I'm like, fuck. One of them fuckers would have got picked up in WWE slam in the fucking locker room.
Oh my God.
And his name is not Bruce Smith because he's dangerous.
Exactly.
The other guy, don't worry, Bruce, I'm on your side, but I'm going to fuck him up. He's
Bruce
like that.
Man.
I'm obviously going to delete that one.
He was cool though, but no, listen, it was just something. That's just a funny thing, man. But there's so many stories. But that particular thing, because he wanted me to be the referee and break shit up. I'm like, dude, come on. Are you serious? But it blew over, and like I said, everybody was fine afterwards, and the guys shook hands and went on about their business. But let me tell you, but I just never forget that shit, man. It was the funniest thing, man. But it's a lot of funny stories, but that particular one, because it just, it just all of a sudden just started. Like, God damn.
How long is that awkwardness? Is it like a day, a week? Where like you guys don't talk. Next thing you know, they're hanging out doing shots at the Steer and Buffalo.
They kind of went their own ways and stayed away. Because remember, you got the offensive side of the ball, you got the defense side of the ball, so you don't really have to. You're not in meetings with those guys. You're just on the field or whatever. But everybody have their own particular meetings. But dude, I just know that. Dude, Bruce got the best of that. That's all I got to say.
Wow. Wow. I mean, that was the best PG-13 story I've heard.
Yeah.
All right. Now, kids, tuck your kids away. Let's hear the TMZ stuff. Butch, go.
No, that's
it.
I got, guys.
All right.
But no, it was, like I said, football is football, man. It's like a fraternity.
Yeah.
And you have a lot going on. You guys go through a lot. You have your locker room fun stuff, and you have your bickering bills. I know you guys remember that turn back in the days. Mm-hmm. It took that to happen before we could become great, man. So it happened the way it did, and hey, the rest was history. And those guys have fun. Like I said, we're like a big brotherhood, and it's good to see those guys. At the end of the day, it's good to see them out there. And we go out to Jim's event. Bills have event. It's always great to see those guys. But
that's awesome. That is so cool, Butch. I appreciate it. I was trying. I was trying. You were this close from just letting the floodgates open with stories. And I saw you do a double take. You're like, maybe I shouldn't do it.
I have to put on my politician hat to
I know. Hey, listen. We're here only for the Butch Rolle Foundation. So we don't want any negativity for that.
It's all love, man. Trust me. It's all, like I said, it was this funny game. That's part of it. It's a family, dude. So those guys were like brothers. Everybody, you fought with your brothers growing up, and that's no different, man. Guys fought with each other on the team, but you still have their back. You're still friends.
It's a relationship.
Exactly.
Relationships always goes back to that.
Exactly. It's all love, guys having fun. At the end of the day, you forget about it. That's when we start winning, dude. You know what happened, man. When you're winning, everything is good. Everybody comes up to me and asks me, how the hell you playing Buffalo in that weather? I'm like, you know how I played? It was easy because we won. Now, if we were losing, that's just hard, man.
Imagine those 17 years, those 17 years of just being, I ain't going to Buffalo. And I love what the team's doing now to turn that viewpoint around. Everybody wants to be in Buffalo.
Yes, I love
it. And the players want to stay there too.
Our GM,
I always
making moves.
I'm a Bills fan, even though I went to Phoenix for 2 years. But, my heart is in Buffalo, those 6 years and those Super Bowl runs, man. I'm going to tell you, those fans are the best. Nothing like those fans, because I've seen fans all over the NFL. And like I said, Phoenix fans back then in 93, 94, whenever I was there was nothing like that. It's like, God damn, I'm looking around like, these fans are just here. Are they even people in the stands? They were just so quiet. I'm like, fuck, there's a big difference from Buffalo.
They didn't even have any phones back in that day where they could be on the phones like that. They were just like, I mean, what were they doing? They were playing they were Sudoku and
just enjoying the sun.
They were late for the Sun Devils game.
Phoenix is dry. It was hot. It was sunny out, and I think
nice courses, nice golf courses.
And shit, but it was definitely a different atmosphere than Buffalo. I mean, by far, it was not the same energy.
Well, so Butch, I went to school at Arizona State.
Did you?
So I lived about 3 blocks from Sun Devil Stadium. Prior to them moving to I don't know what it's called anymore.
The
University of Phoenix Stadium. But I was there for the last year that the Cardinals were playing at Sun Devil Stadium. Yeah. And yes, that was a ghost town. Dude, but on Saturday the night before for the Sun Devils game, it's packed.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. Dude, I'm telling you, I was there for 2 years, and the college games was way more exciting than the NFL. Oh, yeah. I'm like, God damn, not supposed to be this way.
Guys, that's just like the Dolphins game, the University of Miami game.
Yes.
Yeah. Packed. Dolphins games.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
That's what I'm saying. You're so true, man.
They're packed with the other teams.
Hey, listen, he's right.
That was a very evil laugh.
Some buddies up there here that big fans, and I went to a couple of games with them. Then, dude, that game that's bananas.
I was a season ticket holder until this last year pandemic. Yeah. I didn't buy anything.
You go to a Dolphin game, it's like a totally different vibe. I'm like, holy shit, man! I'm like, God damn, it's like
everybody walks in uniform in line. I'm like, we're just going to a Dolphins game. Exactly. Bills Mafia like,
get me in the stadium.
Smashing beer on my head. Love it.
There was a thing that just came up on my time hop, and I should have shared it. It was a guy in Bills Mafia in the parking lot, and he opened a can, chewed with his teeth around the top of the can.
Really?
And drank it.
So he opened the top of a beer
can? He opened it with his teeth. He chewed around it almost. And
those
drank
cans are they're aluminum, right?
Yeah.
But still,
aliens amongst us.
That's what I'm saying. What do you have chains?
I don't love my teeth too much. I can't do that.
I can open a bottle with my teeth.
I'm over here going
I know. I can't even imagine that. God. Yeah.
But that's playing about gum.
Nature of the Bills Mafia, man. Those guys are bananas, dude.
So, guys, Butch, I don't want to keep you all night because we could talk all
night,
all fucking night. But the Beauty Well podcast is I got to listen to every one of your beautiful voices again and make sure that it sounds absolutely perfect for production. I have no problem doing. Except that I got to work at 5 a.m. So, guys, Butch Rolle Foundation, we're going to get involved. We need to meet up so I can definitely get that jersey.
Absolutely.
You better. I'm in. I'm in.
Listen,
tomorrow on. Let's meet up. I'll get a jersey.
How far are you from the Sawgrass Mall?
Sawgrass Mall.
Sawgrass Mall.
Sawgrass Mill.
20 minutes. Yeah. 20 minutes. Not even.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. I'm 20 minutes. So. Dude, we can meet over there somewhere.
Anywhere, bro. My wife and I live over here in North Lauderdale. It's off of the Turnpike and Commercial.
Okay, yes,
so
I know exactly.
I'm kind of like I'm like Rome, baby. I can go. All roads lead to me.
Absolutely, no, I know that. Trust me, I know that area. That's awesome. Sarah, hey, that's awesome. Neil is in Tampa. Sarah's in upstate New York.
I'm far away.
Hey, I know it, but still, you're still here at heart, man. That's
Yep.
all that matters. And
Yeah.
listen, you got to get that jersey for that ladies camp.
I am for my woman cave.
And it's easy. Like I said, all you do is, like I said, I do the Zelle. You do Zelle, right? Zelle.
No, what's that?
You don't.
Zelle.
What? Are you
What?
serious?
It's Zelle.
Is
Cash
They don't have
App.
it
It's,
upstate New
it's like
York.
Cash App, but free.
It's like Cash
Oh.
Out, Venmo,
Oh.
Zelle.
I do Venmo.
PayPal.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do the Venmo, but I thought Zelle was because it's bank to bank. Or
No,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have
Venmo
Zelle up in
too,
upstate
but-
New York.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they
Yeah.
do. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't
I'm not good at that stuff. Like I do
Do they
Venmo
have
for
a
my
bank in upstate New
my
York?
side hustle,
Which-
but
which
that's
bank
it.
is it up there?
Somebody just has
What's
a
the
vault
bank
TD
up there in
Bank.
Western New York?
You
I
know
don't know.
M&T? Still have M&T
TD Bank. We have a bank
You
from
guys
I
have
don't
TD
know.
Bank up there?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I-
Wow.
Guys, you act
Nice.
like I'm like a podunk, like hillbilly or something.
Well, I mean, I thought like we had to like go through Amish country first.
I
You know,
mean,
we
I
have
do
to milk
teach.
a cow
I
in
teach in
order
Amish
to
country.
make a
Actually,
deposit.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know.
the Amish go up and down all the time when I'm going into work in their horse and buggy.
Wow. Okay.
Get the hell out the
Excellent.
lane. I'm going to work.
Mhm.
I know,
And you
right?
wonder why we're making fun of you right now.
Man.
You know,
No.
it's okay.
Let's go in the room. Neil, brother,
All right.
thanks for being on, my man.
Thanks,
I'll
Neil.
see you guys. I'll see you next week, Neil. Sarah,
You'll see me next
Always
week. I don't have to get my
always
nails done. I'm good.
better. I'll have to circle like, all right. She gets her
Yeah, guys.
nails done 3 weeks or every 3 weeks. Joking.
Oh.
Thanks for being on. You guys are a blast.
Okay.
Butch, bro.
Yes.
You know, I wish you had your guitar. You can just like
Love you,
jam a
Butch.
little jam session like
I know, right?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I gotta play with my
Make our theme song.
I can, one day I have to do that. Come on, but I always gotta play with the band because I got that background. But sometimes when I sit here playing around, my girl's listening here, she's laughing. She's like, "Oh, I like that." I'm like,
I play the kazoo. I play
You
the
should
kazoo.
record it. Yeah.
Neil, I heard Neil plays the skin flute.
Oh my god.
joking.
hey,
I
see,
do
if you
a
had a
mean
harmon-
spoons.
If you played the harmonica, man, that would be.
Oh, I can do some harmonica.
I can
do
sing.
harmonica. Yeah,
I can
I'm
sing
not
really
like
good,
the
like
best, but I can.
Disney show
There you go.
tunes.
See, all you have to do, we can just get a little riff, a little 3-chord riff,
Yeah.
and just roll from there. We can let Sarah sing the lyrics. Man.
Hey.
Ah,
there you
see?
go.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Got it. I
Okay.
got it. I'm a teacher. I have to sing all the
I
time.
know it. That's true. Yeah.
You know?
Hey, you have to have the music skills, the phys ed skills, and all of that.
Nurse skills,
Yeah.
mental
Kung
health
fu
skills. Yeah.
martial arts.
Cobra
And
Kai.
you like dodge your head when they're throwing shit at you.
They do that.
And I'm gonna end with this because the reason why I know that is my boss brings his kids in the morning before whatever, and the coordinators bring their kids in, and there's a dartboard like in my office, and they grab the darts and like it's steel tip, and they try chucking at me at my
Really?
face, and I have to
Yeah.
matrix to move out of because I can sense him from I know that shit's gonna hit my face. So
Yeah. Good times.
you have
I
to
know.
know martial arts. You have to know your surroundings. So out of anybody here, I think you win with the worst job in the world. But no, the
That's
most
fun.
Cobra
I
Kai,
love it.
man.
the
Cobra
most
Kai.
the best
First.
job in the world. Cobra
I
Kai.
know, right?
I do have
Team
a Cobra
Cobra
Kai
Kai.
t-shirt. My
Yeah.
dad bought me one.
Sweet.
And I went down to his house. He's like, "Look, I got your present." I was like, "Oh!"
Nice.
And he's like, "It's a Cobra Kai T-shirt." I'm like, "Thanks,
Yes,
Dad."
I like that.
He
He loves me. He's a good guy. Thank God it wasn't a
Bills
Patriot shirt.
Mafia.
Oh,
Love you guys for listening. I want to thank everybody here because that was the best 18-minute conversation I had in my life.
awesome.
So,
Aw.
Guys, hey,
You don't have to go home, but you have to sign the fuck out of here.
All right.
I'm not saying bye. I'm saying I'll
Peace.
see you next week. Love you,
All right.
Mafia.